Hey, it's your Uncle Bubbers. This is going to be episode 9 of our hardcore solo self-found Tempest in Titan Quest 2. Last episode, we finished up pretty much everything in Chapter 1 except for the very end here in the Moirai Temple. So I guess we'll go ahead and jump in and start doing that.
The last years have weighed so heavily upon Glaucus. He used to be so much lighter.
I ran this a lot before the second chapter came out,
How deep does this temple go?
because this used to be kind of the end of the content available in the game, so this was like the runs you would do to go farm gear. Or at least that's what I did. I know you can raise level and farm anything you want. But I liked running around doing this pathway all the way through. What was that first one we picked up? Yeah.
Harbingers of retribution. Here. This can't be good. I didn't think Nemesis realized you were still alive. So if her harbingers aren't here for you, what are they here for?
There's a lot of speculation regarding this statue just because it shows the three Moirai, or Mira. I hate that the game pronounces it Moirai because it's actually Mira. But you'll see all three of them, and then when you activate the statue, you see a fourth fate behind that's been cracked off. And there's a lot of speculation as to who that is. Because of this guy being such a big part of Nemesis related stuff. Punish Spartan. I think we'll eventually find his name, or learn his name.
That armor was Spartan, but he wasn't human.
And I definitely think we're going to end up going to Sparta at some point because of that. Increased lightning damage, poison res, health, and glancing hit. I mean, yeah. Lose fire and lightning res. Massive jump in armor. I don't need the poison res. 779, 837. Yeah, that's huge. Gosh, I just still... The fire and light res. I don't want to lose those right now, but I'll definitely hold on to it. And if I end up selling it by accident, then that's fine. So our damage is great as is right now. I don't really care about trying to min-max the damage. I want to keep our survivability high. Yeah, and these are actually good to snipe if you can. There's like 5 of them down there. Ooh, Soul Carver. Won't use it. But we found us a neat little epic there. Unique item. Something that's not guaranteed like Canis' sword, or semi-guaranteed like the Hippo axe. Taking a little different path than what I normally do. So I actually have to go up and touch this door for it to...
That tendril of dark energy. It looks like it came from Nemesis. He's definitely been here. She mustn't want anyone getting through.
Oh, one too many. I've always loved that effect in any game, in any movie. They're called caustics. And they're a wondrous amalgam of the first 2 elements in our physical realm. Water and light. Go for a ride. Okie dokie. Just double checking, yeah, we're good on that. Still just doing discharge. And we can finally max this out, get the 10 base crit chance, which is great. Plus 1 more into warfare. Next level, we can finally start doing something in here. Probably not active points. I really want the aura, because the aura gives you, like, you can get health regen. I'll probably go health regen and maybe resistances with it, or armor or something. But I definitely want this aura for sure. Not gonna use that. This is more projectile stuff, so I'll end up putting points into it eventually. Double up on spell rage, double up on rage effect. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. The health regen, more rage effect. Just gonna go straight up vigor for right now. I know Call Lightning can fire down here pretty easily. Yeah. Wasn't sure if this would have the right angles to do it. But it do. least a little bit. Maybe if I get a different angle. Yeah. Just go kill him the normal way instead. Mini boss up here. Just a second. I want to see if we can take him out quickly, because his mechanics are a little weird. Has some like invincibility phases. Tends to be that a character struggles with them a ton, or they just like one-shot him and don't have to deal with anything. So that's why I'm kind of gray on his exact mechanics right now. Most of my later characters have been in the second camp. Pretty much destroy them before you gotta worry about any of that invincibility stuff. He's not bad. I'll check all this when I get in town. And the camera wants to do some different stuff if you go over here. It'll zoom in kind of a weird way. And there's this little like metal knot on the rock. Makes me think that there's something special there. Just the way the camera kind of does its custom cinematic movement a little bit on that spot. Maybe there's a secret there. Maybe there will be a secret there eventually. Maybe it's nothing.
Nemesis's lieutenant mentioned it.
No room for that.
Could that be what they're after?
I reckon so. Let's check out all the stuff we hastily grabbed up. Do you want to check that potion real quick? Nah. So, if I don't find anything better by then I'll probably switch over to that once I get maybe the resistance aura, battlefield awareness. Those I don't know if I'll ever switch back to. but still hold on to them just in case. That's what the stash is for.
Glaucus, what am I going to do?
Man, some of these guys are just getting fried as soon as they spawn. One or more of my passive lightning effects will go off and just nuke them.
Keep striking the barrier, troops. Don't slow down.
Now, this can be super dangerous.
Troops, I must depart to speak to our mistress.
Gotta immediately retreat
Spend your
here.
strength against the god-marked mortal.
You can just get ripped up if you stand there. It'll spawn some guys behind you too. And this door just goes back to that other waypoint a couple minutes ago. True, we'll get Warfare unlocked. The second tier of Warfare unlocked after this is done. Gives a big pile of divinity. Is there more? Yep. They're still a couple levels above me, but they feel paper thin.
You're getting used to this.
Your fate awaits you, God-marked.
Okay. Don't know if I'll do any of those ever. We already have a mobility skill. This might drain our energy, but it's a potential thing. This would probably be the highest chance of use out of these three, just because there's no cost to it. It's just cooldown. And you can put like 1 point into it to make it slow people by 40%. Even that by itself is pretty good. So, might do Stomp. It'd just be an extra button to push, but on the flip side, you'd have another button to push if things got gnarly. Got surrounded or something. So that's a maybe. So yeah, once we get more points, this will be maxed out in 2 more levels, or at least 4 more skill points, I should say, but 2 more levels at most. And then active point wise, I don't think there's much else to go into except Warfare. But I still need a handful more points, 6 more points to unlock the aura, and that's what I really want here. That's like all I want on this, basically, is the aura. Maybe Valor. Valor's like almost certainly something I'll end up popping later, but that's at the tippy top, and it's not really defensive, so it's a lower chance that I'll go after it. Or at least it's less important. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. The armor, energy regen, if we ended up using some more energy regen stuff, maybe. But it's basically the armor and resistances, maybe glancing hits. Regeneration is good. Regeneration is probably number one on my list for all that, because that's gonna really fold into all the other health regen stuff that I plan on doing. And I plan on like kind of stacking up as much health regen as I can on gear, so health regen is going to be my main defensive layer. But I'll still have good resistances and stuff on top of that. Yeah, it's all junk. Yeah, passive points, we got plenty of good stuff to go after here in a second. Trying my best to not be overconfident.
Well, at least we've made it further than Nemesis's harbor. That's a good sign. Our lieutenant was unsettling. Once he tells Nemesis we're alive, she'll be coming after us again. If the Moirai can't help us, we're doomed.
Wake up all these soldiers. That hurt. Spear he chucked at me.
Lucasus is the Moira who actually measures out the fate of mortals as they live. I suppose she's been guiding us. I suppose we can blame Lucasus for all the troubles we encounter. But we should also be grateful we've prevailed each time.
Warlock. And kill them with as much range as possible, because they are very dangerous. The name Atropos means she who cannot be turned, as in her mind can never be changed. When death comes, it comes. Let's hope that Atropos doesn't snip the thread of your life with her divine shears just yet. People have started farming these two guys specifically just recently with the addition of all the monster relics and charms, because they have a chance to drop like a fire type of charm.
Where are the Moirai? How much do we have to prove ourselves?
And with that waypoint there, it's just a lot of people say that's kind of the easiest way to farm is make a new game, come down this waypoint, and go kill these two guys and reset the game. Just a real short little 10-second run. Check loot real quick before we go. Fight this next dude. Lightning damage, lightning damage. Ugh, it's huge on the percent lightning damage. And it does have 8% implicit cast speed, so I'd be going down on cast speed, which I really don't want to do. But might be better. 895, wow. If I switch this one, 898. So if I did that with the bracers on, yeah. I really just want to have juiced cast speed though. Like this number isn't everything. This is just our lightning bolt damage. I'm trying to get our overall DPS juiced up. And for that we want cast speed. So what I really should be looking at is this over here. 59%, 69, and then hold on to this for later. So that's why I've been fine going with like a lower DPS on that, because they're really just wanting to procs. Attack more times. Yeah, we are just frying this guy.
Come in. The way is open.
Okay. Here's the coolest looking place in the game right now. One of them. I'll do this without the HUD turned on, make it look more epic.
We have been waiting for. Expecting.
Planning your visit. Ask your questions and ask carefully. A prophet
That and
only you
You
he would turn.
Click both of those.
the file.
Cook the old die file. And it likes to zoom in real slow in this room. Trying to get a good look at it. Still zooming. That's cool. I've never really looked at it that close.
Good. Use the file to steal, but
Huh. Guess I never tried portaling out of here before. Or I don't remember doing it. Portal of Fate, please.
Did you understand all of that? The Moirai aren't exactly paragons of clarity. At least the first two lines of their prophecy seem rather clear. File in hand, the god marked steals power. As the father of fishmen, guides the way. The father of fishmen has to be Glaucus, since he originally created the Ichthyans. They were drowning sailors he was trying to save by giving them gills. So, let's find him and see if he has any wisdom to share about how to use this new dive file to steal power.
Thanks for all that. So that's going to be the end of episode 9. I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.